Are you ready for some thrilling news that could reshape the Boston Celtics' future? As we gear up for the playoffs, whispers are growing louder about a potential addition to our roster that could take us one step closer to back-to-back championships. Imagine the impact of a skilled backup guard who can elevate our game off the bench. If you're as passionate about the Celtics as I am, you won't want to miss this story. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button to stay connected with all the latest updates. As we gear up for the playoffs, the Boston Celtics are making headlines, and it's not just because of their impressive performance on the court this season. The buzz is building around potential offseason moves, and one name that's caught the attention of fans and analysts alike is Ty Jerome, the backup guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, let's take a moment to talk about what this could mean for the Celtics. You know the goal: to become the first team since the Golden State Warriors in 2017-18 to win consecutive championships. With the talent and depth we have, it's within reach, but every little move counts as we look to solidify our roster for the future. Ty Jerome has been nothing short of impressive this season, averaging 12.1 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, and 3.4 assists while shooting an astounding 50.4% from the field and 43.8% from beyond the arc. Those numbers are eye-popping for a player coming off the bench, and let's be honest, the Celtics could use that kind of scoring punch. Jerome has carved out a role with the Cavaliers, and it's easy to see why. His ability to shoot and create plays makes him an attractive target for any team looking to add depth to their backcourt. Eddie Batar from Fadeaway World highlighted that teams like the Celtics could significantly benefit from his skill set. But here's where it gets interesting. While Jerome may not be a starter, that's not necessarily what the Celtics need right now. We've got a solid starting lineup, but we need depth, especially as we head into the grueling playoff season. But let's consider the implications of bringing Jerome into the fold. We're not just adding another player, we're potentially reshaping the dynamics of our bench. Imagine a scenario where Jerome provides a scoring spark when our starters need a breather. His presence could alleviate some of the pressure off Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, allowing them to focus on their game without feeling like they have to carry the entire load. And given that many of our key players are not hitting free agency this summer, it makes sense to explore a move that could enhance our roster without disrupting the core. Yet, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. If Boston is serious about pursuing Jerome, they may need to consider trading someone from their current roster, particularly from their backcourt. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn here. On one hand, you want to strengthen the team, but on the other hand, you don't want to disrupt the chemistry that's been built. Jerome's career has seen him move through several teams in just a few years. This would be his fifth team if he makes a switch this summer. That's a lot of change for a player, and it raises the question, can he find a home in Boston? The Celtics have a rich tradition and a passionate fan base, and I can't help but feel that if he were to join us, he would thrive in that environment. The potential of having a player like Jerome on the Celtics could be a game changer. His shooting ability and offensive IQ would complement our existing stars beautifully. Plus, with the playoffs looming, depth becomes even more critical. This team has shown it can compete at the highest level, but we all know that injuries and fatigue can derail even the best laid plans. So, as we talk about the future and what it holds for the Celtics, the addition of Ty Jerome could be just what we need to push us over the edge. With him in the mix, our chances of making a deep playoff run could increase significantly. But I want to hear from you all. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Do you think pursuing Ty Jerome is the right move? Is there someone else you'd rather see in green this summer? As we approach March 14th, a pivotal date in the Boston Celtics sale process, excitement and uncertainty loom over the franchise. The deadline for potential owners to submit their revised proposals is right around the corner, and the stakes couldn't be higher. According to reports from Scott Soshnick and Eben Novy-Williams at Sportico, this is the moment when we might begin to see who truly wants to take the reins of this storied franchise. Remember, the initial deadline for bids was back on January 23, and it was anticipated that at least 4 or 5 groups would be in the running. Now, we might be down to as few as 4 serious contenders still vying for control of the Celtics. It's been a long road since the current ownership group announced back on July 1st that they were putting the team up for sale. The plan was always to offload a majority stake, 51%, by the end of 2024 or early 2025, with Wyc Grousbeck remaining in charge until the sale is finalized in 2028. That timeline adds a layer of complexity, as it raises questions about the future direction of our team. Who will be steering the ship during this critical transitional period? Among the potential buyers, Steve Pagliuca, the current minority owner, is generating a lot of buzz. There's a strong sense that Pagliuca is likely to submit a revised proposal, and some insiders suggest he could be the frontrunner. But is that the best choice for the Celtics? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, having someone already familiar with the organization could lead to a smoother transition. On the other hand, are we truly ready for a new era under the same leadership? It's a debate worth having, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. Then we have Robert Hale, another minority owner, who has also expressed interest in becoming the majority owner or teaming up with others. His persistence could indicate a genuine investment in the team's future. Meanwhile, Mark Bezos, the co-founder of Hypos Capital and the brother of Jeff Bezos, has been named among the potential bidders as well. It's fascinating to see how big names are entering the fray, but it also raises the question, what kind of vision do they have for the Celtics? The valuation of the Celtics is another crucial aspect to consider. Sportico recently estimated the team to be worth a staggering $5.66 billion. But with the complexity of ownership and the fact that the Celtics don't own their arena, TD Garden, and only hold a limited stake in NBC Sports Boston, how does that affect the final sale price? Will that deter potential buyers, or will it draw in those who see untapped potential? As a passionate fan, I'm deeply invested in how these decisions will shape the future of the Celtics. Each proposal submitted could redefine our chances not just for the next season, but for the entire future of this franchise. Are we heading towards a new dawn, or are we merely rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic? The implications of this sale are monumental, and as we await the revised proposals, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. So, what do you all think? Is Steve Pagliuca the right choice, or should we be looking elsewhere? And what about the other potential bidders? Do they have what it takes to lead the Celtics back to glory? I want to hear your opinions down below. As we continue to navigate this uncertain terrain, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all the latest news regarding the Celtics. And remember to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any breaking updates. This is our team, and together, we'll weather any storm that comes our way. Let's keep the conversation going.